Hello and welcome to On Preachy, a podcast from St. John Chrysostom Parish. Today, Father Ed Hallinan reflects on Matthew chapter 2, verses 1 to 12. The Gospel reading for the Epiphany of the Lord, January 5th, 2025.
Welcome, everyone. About 3 years ago, on a Sunday morning at the 8 o'clock Mass, I came out to say Mass, and I have a cousin and her husband that come to the 8 and that sit over to the left. So I saw the two of them there, and I saw that their adult daughter, Jillian, was also there, and Jillian's husband, Don, was there. And they lived, daughter and son-in-law live in Chadsford, and I was wondering, why they were here at Mass. So after I got done greeting the folks, the four of them were waiting for me, and my second cousin, Jill, said, "Cousin Ed, my husband, Don, was just diagnosed with ALS. And, we were coming for, prayers, for him. And, for you to know that this is going on. And if in any way, you can help us." And here, Don, a big guy, rides a motorcycle, can handle a motorcycle easily, because of his side. And, all of a sudden, he's going to be losing every ounce of strength that he's, ever had. And it's going to be enduring something that a lot of people term as cruel, that ALS is a cruel disease because of what it does to the person. And so a year went by, and all of a sudden it started to kick in. And he said to his mother-in-law, my cousin Sharon, he said, "I have two things that I'm real concerned about." And she said, "What?" And he goes, "Well, the first thing is my wife, your daughter. Who's going to care for her as this is going on?" He goes, he goes, I would always try to be like the husband and be the pillar and always be with her. But now all of a sudden, I'm not going to be a pillar. I'm not going to be myself. I'm not going to have anything to offer. And the second thing he said is, I'm petrified to go to a nursing home. He goes, I would really love, if it was possible, to die in our home. And the reason I share this, I'm going to share a little bit more, is as we go through life, we need to look for the light of Christ in our lives. Christ is going to allow us to share in his divine presence by looking beyond and outside of ourselves. And so my cousin said to him, we'll check and see, what insurance can provide. We'll try to see what monies that we all have and what that can provide. And as they did that, they realized that they couldn't provide the care that he would need. But this is where the light of Christ comes in. And this is where the Magi come in. The Magi were looking beyond themselves, beyond their culture, beyond their geography for this light. And so what they did was they looked up and they took a risk by going outside of their comfort zone. And they traveled, believing that God will show them more meaning in life. And that brought them to Christ. But what happened, my cousin said, was that people started to call that heard about their situation. One was a retired nurse. And she said, if I could, I'd like to give you 12 or 18 hours this particular day of the week. I will be there every week, forever how long this thing goes. I'll be there 12 to 18 hours. So the people that come by insurance, the people that you're paying, have them come another day. And all of a sudden, 2 or 3 other people that heard about it called and said, we would like to give a day a week. And we will clean him, we will bathe him, we will feed him. So all of a sudden, the other night we had the wake, and then the next day we had the service. He passed a few days ago. And I met these people, some of these people that cared for them and made it possible for them to keep him at home. And then his wife got a bed so that she could be right next to his bed in the family room so that she could at night touch him. And here, I thank these folks for what they did. And they said, oh, no, you don't know what taking care of him did for me. Like, I felt so honored that when he was able to smile and he would see me come in, and to see him smile when he would see me, it just lifted me right out of myself. And anything that I was carrying that day, when I saw that smile. And then another woman that I met, she said, you know, Father, there came a point where he couldn't smile because he didn't have any power in his facial muscles. But to see the light in his eyes, he began to communicate using his eyes. And I couldn't wait till I got there and saw his eyes. And then there were other relatives that kicked in 4 hours here, 5 hours there. He died at home with his wife and his kids. Again, my point, we hear about the Magi coming to the Christ. Well, Christ happened to be in this person, Don, that got the ALS. And what Christ needed was for someone to come and to bring the gift of themselves and do for him what he wasn't able to do for himself. And so I invite all of you. I think this goes on a lot. I really do. And I know that you as a parish go out of your way for people that you don't even know, that you give money, clothing, gifts, whatever it is. I think we're doing this. But what I want to try to do is to give you another shot and to say, look, if you're feeling dreary in your life and you're just stuck, So sometimes that happens to us. We get overwhelmed by this situation, that situation, or whatever, and we just feel like we're a big blob. What I'm saying to you is be like the Magi. Look for the light. Go outside your comfort zone. Amen. And you will be shocked how God, Jesus, will give you the energy that you need to help someone out. You will bring about a transformation in that person's situation, but you'll also have a transformation in yourself, because you doing something for somebody that you don't know and you're not connected to. That's one gift that's just priceless. Amen. God bless you.
Unpreachy is a production of St. John Chrysostom Parish in Wallingford, Pennsylvania. Visit us at sjcparish.org. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend. This podcast was produced by Brendan Lorden with music by Skytoes on Upbeat. Thanks for listening. Be well.